Okay, let's talk about summary. A summary of a story gives you a shortened version of all of the important pieces that are in the story. When we're talking about fiction, we would use our plot line. So character, setting, problem, solution, and then what lesson did we learn? In nonfiction, which is what a hardworking cat is, we need to do the most important parts from the beginning, middle, and end. The most important things that happen in the story. So this is where we need to make sure that we are drawing conclusions and making sure that we're only picking the most important parts of the story. So we've already reread this story today. You watched that video earlier. So let's talk about how we know something is the most important part of the story. I'm going to grab a pen. I think I'm going to use red today. Okay, the most important parts. What's one of the very first most important parts that we learn about? It's right here. We learn that Tama is a cat that lives at a train station. Why is that important? Because Tama is the main character. This is who the whole story is about. We know that because it says cat in the title. So, we know that Tama is one of the most important things in this story. Okay? It is a cat called Tama. So, at the beginning, I would write something like, in Japan, because that's where we are, there is a cat that lives in a train station. Okay? A cat that lives in the train station. That's an important part. What else do we have at the beginning of this that's important? Well, as I'm reading through, I know that Tama likes the people there, so she hangs out there. But I also know that the train station lost all of its employees. There are no more employees that work there. But Tama stays. So let's add that in because that's super important to the story. Okay, so in Japan, there's a cat that lives in a train station. The station was out of money. So the employees left, comma, but Tama stayed. After we see that, this is when the train station, the people that own the train station, started saying, hey, people came to visit this cat. Let's name her. People wanted to see the sweet cat. The usual situation, and they gave her a job with station master's uniform. So that's important to our story, right? It is. It's one of the reasons that people started coming back to the station. So we're at the middle of our story. We're going to say, Tama wears a uniform around the station, and many people come. Ooh, that M got away from me. Come to see the cat. Okay? I'm going to put a comma there because that's two sentences, really. All right. Tama wears a uniform around the station, and many people come to see the cat. Let's read so far. I have beginning and middle. In Japan, there is a cat that lives in a train station. The station was out of money, so the employees left. but Tama stayed. Tama wears a uniform around the station, and many people come to see the cat. All right, so I have the important pieces from the beginning and the middle. Now I need to make sure I have some important pieces from the end. So let's see what happens next. We have our kitty cat, right? How does the cat help the station? Because that's really where we need to go next, because that's the most important part. Right here, it talks about how visitors come. The visitors that Tama attracts help the town near the station. And the station, visitors are spending money at shops and restaurants. Okay? This part is super important. Look at how much money she brought in. About $10 million to her region of Japan. That's a lot of money, right? It's talking about how she was such a good station master that she was promoted. Now she's the super station master. And she has 2 assistants that are also cats. Tama's fame continues to grow. She's been featured in newspapers and magazine articles, as well as on television shows and in video clips. Okay. This is important too. Tama is famous. And her fame continues to grow. So let's take all of this and shorten it down for our ending. Let's see here. The visitors that Tama attracts also help the town near the station. Visitors spend money at local shops and restaurants, and Tama's fame continues to grow. So let's see. The town near the station also benefit because, cause and effect, liking it. Many people spend money when they come to see Tama. Right? And then I have this one little sentence right here. Tama's fame continues to grow. So I'm going to read the whole thing, make sure it makes sense. Because right now I have stuff from the beginning, the middle, and towards the end. It says, in Japan, there is a cat that lives in a train station. The station was out of money, so employees left, but Tama stayed. Tama wears a uniform around the station, and many people come to see the cat. The town near the station also benefits because many people spend money when they come to see Tama. Tama's fame helps her whole region of Japan. There you go. Period. This is a summary. I have the most important pieces from the beginning, the most important pieces from the middle, and the most important pieces from the end. Today on your reading, you're going to be asked to choose the best summary. On your pages, the summary is already written. You need to read through and make sure that whichever summary you choose has the most important information from the beginning, the most important information from the middle, and the most important information from the end of your sticky idea story. All right. I can't wait to see what you pick. I hope that made sense. Oh, one more thing. Today you're going to be asked to use a dictionary entry for figuring out the meaning of a word. When we have an underlined word in a story, like we did here for promoted, sometimes they'll give you what's called a dictionary entry. A dictionary is a book that has the meaning of words in it. So you need to make sure that you're using a meaning that makes the most sense with how the word is used in the sentence there you find it. Okay? It's kind of like words in context, figuring out what a word means. But this time you're picking the meaning of the word from a dictionary. So think that through. Make sure that the definition you pick makes sense with how the word is used in the passage.